Hey humans, thanks for stopping by Visually and Verbally, where we look at marketing from both design and content perspectives. Pictures and words, my friends. Pictures and words. Today we're talking about the website for the bike sharing solutions company, Zagster. To follow along, you can find this website at zagster.com. That's Zagster.com.
To give you a little background on Zagster, founded in 2007, Zagster is a venture-funded startup company based in Boston, Massachusetts that designs, builds, and operates private bike-sharing programs for universities, corporate campuses, hotels, and residential communities across the United States. Zagster's vision is to make access to bicycle transportation easy for any community. Some of their current partners include Duke University, Samsung, Quicken Loans, Yale University, Hyatt Regency, and General Motors. So that's a little background on the company and what they do. Let's talk about Zagster's website and what it does well visually and verbally. Patrick, you want to kick things off on the visually side?
Absolutely. Well, we briefly covered this on a past episode of Visually and Verbally, but I want to focus on it here and how Zagster's site really draws on this strength. The navigation. If you look at the top half of the page, you'll notice the sparse header area. The navigation has been broken down to simply a solutions link and a rider login and join button. And they've even broken out the buttons so they're easy to spot. And for a new visitor to the Zagster site, it's easy to identify that those other buttons really aren't for you, right? I mean, if you're not already a rider or a member, then you're not going to log in. And there's a clear delineation there, which is something that I really like that they've done. So as a visitor, I'm looking for solutions that Zagster provides. I'm going to click on that and see that there's for universities, for businesses, for hotels, for multifamily. Now, the smart thing Zagster's done here is that they've given a visual representation of these navigation links or drop-downs on the page. If you look on this page, what we would call above the fold, you see that they have these in the form of image thumbnails. And the page hierarchy is well thought out here, so visitors can quickly get a glimpse of their target markets and subsequently get more information on the group that they fit into. The navigation says a lot about Zagster's website marketing methodology too, because they've taken a similar approach to their page design. And while I'm not focusing on page design, I will say that each page is very clean and easy to dissect the main ideas of that specific page. And each slice of content is benefits focused. So they've done a really great job there. Wrapping up, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Navigations are one of the most critical choices on a website, and they get your visitors where they need to be. They should be well designed, easy to detect and straightforward, and well thought out from a verbal perspective because you are telling people where to go. And just like page design, the navigation leads the visitors to where they need to go. So if they don't find what they need on your site, they'll move on. And Zagster's done a great job of boiling this part of their site down to the basics. So from a visual standpoint, that's where I'm going to stop.
Yeah, and I can hop right on where you got off, to use a little bicycle term there. Zagster has one of these style of site we're seeing more and more of, which is this scrolling site with bands of content, with quick bites of information that allows you to scroll down the page. The home page of this is a general landing page. And we're seeing these more and more, especially with startup organizations, startup companies. Some of them, this is the whole site, is just one page, and you scroll down and take in your basic information. The Zagster site is a pretty good example of this because you got key things on the homepage there, right? One, which you pointed out, they point out your four key audiences. That's to start up top. Then you move into why you'll love Zagster, and you've got 3 key points. And then you go down to we provide everything, which is some key features which are also benefit focused. Now, verbally, the key with this style of site is breaking up the content into these little snippets that you can quickly scan and nibble on. The nice thing about this design is it forces you to be concise and get to the point. There's not a lot of room for meandering with your content. Here's the benefit, here's how it'll help you, or any actions you want people to take. My rule of thumb for these little blurbs in this style site, 1 to 3 sentences max, or about 4 to 5 lines of text. Lay out the key benefit, why it's beneficial, why you want it right there. Or, in your case of features, just throw them out there. Here's the quick info. Don't digress or go all over the place with that. Now, the Zagster site cooked up these little content nuggets pretty well, and I'll give you a few examples of how it's done and why they've done it well. Under why you'll love Zagster, we have affordable. there's your benefit. We're in your price range. Our innovative technology platform enables bike sharing at a fraction of the cost compared to every alternative. Highly focused, benefit is clear, and it's pretty strongly stated. The next one is experienced. Our expert team understands bike share operations inside and out. We don't just provide you equipment, Zagster makes your bike sharing program successful. So again, strongly stated, right to the point. And then you move down to what do they have under we provide anything, or I say the features, they just throwing you out some quick specs or examples. Under bikes, fun, comfortable, safe, and easy for anyone to ride. Each bike is equipped with 7 gears, front and rear lights, a bell, and a convenient front basket. Fenders and a chain guard keep riders looking clean. So short sentences, getting the point out there, moving it right along. Another example is maintenance. Leaving the wrench to us. Our on-site mechanics provide routine maintenance to keep your fleet in top form. If anything breaks, they'll be on the spot to fix it. So one thing to note here is the use of short, single-purpose sentences as opposed to complex, multi-part sentences with a lot of commas or ands or buts in there. It's just fast. It reads quick. There's a nice pace to it. You can get through it. You can scan it and pull the key information. And with this style of site, that's the way you definitely want to get your content across. So that's my take on the verbally side.
One of the things that I like that they've done really well in certain spots, they don't do it everywhere, but these short snippets are quick and to the point. Then they have the linked copy, which takes you to a secondary page, or what I would call a support page, for instance, in that affordable snippet compared to every alternative. And you click on that link and it takes you to Zagster versus other options. And they've got a page that just talks specifically about the comparison of their program versus alternatives. It's not a navigation link, but if you want a little bit more information, you can click through within that short, focused copy.
Yeah, and that comparison page is a very nicely designed, strong page as well. I'm glad you mentioned that. I could have also talked about on this site the use of links because they do it exactly how you're supposed to do it. When you have something like that compared to every alternative, here's your backup information. That's what links are really for. You want some information that supports this? Let me take you to it. So they really do a good job of inserting those links in there to provide you that extra level of information, take you to the next level if you're ready to go there.
So that's this website, Visually and Verbally. We hope this gives you some ideas for your own website. If you'd like to suggest a website or other marketing piece for us to talk about on the show, email us at feedback@thinkmonsters.com. Stop back again for another dose of Visually and Verbally.
Whoa.